Welcome to another exciting, explosive edition of the College Nation Radio Show. I am back stronger than ever. I feel 100% better, folks. I had to go to the hospital and take care of some stuff and whatnot. Potassium was low. I was dehydrated. I didn't eat for a whole week. So I'm back eating now, at least somewhat. I got an appetite and I can eat a little bit, not like I want to, but I'll try. And then some niggas, I'll take 2 bites when I'm full, but that's better than nothing, though. Better than not eating at all. But tonight's show is going to be explosive. Welcome back, folks. Welcome to the show. We're going to have a good show tonight. I promise you. College Genesis is back in rare form. I was basically thinking about some things, and I think I'm guilty. Frederick, I was sick. I was in the hospital. Then last night, I had to do a sleep. I was going to do a show last night, but I had to do a sleep study last night, and I found I do have sleep apnea. That's what's causing all my sickness. So I'm gonna have to sleep with a what do they call the machine, whatever, at night. But I slept like a baby in that sleep room, sleep study room, whatnot. They give you a nice bed and everything like that, and you're there for like 8 hours, and they checking your breathing and everything. An hour into my sleep, they came in and said, "Oh no, stop the music. You're snoring too hard. You keep interrupting, short of breath. This is dangerous." So they put the CPAP machine on me when I slept the rest of the night like a baby, and then the next thing you know, all the machines go off. And I said, "What's going on?" And they basically like, "Oh, it's over with." It was just an 8-hour experiment. You did good. So anyway, so I'm back, folks. Back with this. But I'm thinking, when people say, "Why are you so angry?" Uh, See, the thing is, with other groups of people, they're allowed their rage. They're allowed their outrage. They're allowed all these things that makes them human. Now we got a situation where they're telling us that if you're raged, you're chipping out. It's not even about what you're doing. Not chipping out is not like you went out there acting like a freaking chimpanzee. Now, if you even get upset over something, somebody freaking mess your order up, somebody basically call you the N word in public, whatever. Somebody fender bends you and you look at it and saying, "What the hell's going on?" "Hey, Mr. Black Man, isn't that chipping out?" And you got Negroes will be in line like this. "Let me stop. It's so emasculated. Let me stop. Let me not be upset. I don't want to seem like one of them angry Negroes when I just want to go, I can't stand those type of black people, They go out of their way to smiling and like, look, you don't do white people any good or yourself any good. Always being that smiling friggin' Negro, you know, because secretly they don't respect you, they don't care about you, they don't respect you. So why are you always on your thing trying to appease them? Because each time they always think, we can control you, right? But they know they can't control us. You understand what I'm saying? They make you control yourself. It's like you going to somebody's, uh, uh, you go around a bunch of girls, right? And the other guys are like, "Well, wait a minute here. We don't have to worry about him because not only is he, because we know he'll do the right thing. He ain't gonna mess with the girls because we got him under control. We got him thinking that the girls don't like him, so he's not even bother trying to get with the girls. That's some form of control. Or a bully doesn't have to do anything to you, right? Because he uses fear. You know, fear of what will happen to you if you stick up for yourself and step out of line. So a lot of times you get bluffed your whole life while people think they're superior to you and think they're above you. Well, I think I was so freaking disturbed when I heard all these black people Talk about Carmelo Anthony. I'll say it on record. This is what I say. That kid had every right. If this kid right here that got killed, Nolan, had a fucking knife on him, he'd probably be a fucking alive right now. Yeah, I said it. I'm sick of these black people like, oh, Carmelo Anthony should have took that fade. He said, fuck that. You ain't beat my ass. And he took this dude out. So is what? Now, I'm supposed to be like, oh, God, there could be white people listening. I don't give a flying fuck. What part of, like, when you listen to College Genesis, you listen to the only brave black man left in America. I get it, I get it. Most of my brothers are cowards. I got to stand up for them. I got to stand up for them. I'm the man that many of them are not. Many of them didn't have, but many of my brothers didn't have fathers in their life. They don't know what a real man is supposed to be. So they think basically cowering and accepting the white man's bullshit, And I've known this my whole life. What the white people say is bullshit. They put bullshit out there, Hey, thank you. Thanks for standing on me, A lot of a lot of people don't understand. They see the white man as gospel truth, Call a very humble intro. No, I'm not saying that's not being me being arrogant. I'm just telling you the truth. Most black men in America are scared. They're cowards. As a black man, if he's a black nationalist, if he can't answer that question, he's a coward. Because I'm willing to say like this, I believe in black nationalism. See, the difference in me and everybody else is I'm not going to say I'm a black nationalist and be out here celebrating 250 years of fucking America's independence. I don't give a damn about America. Yeah, America's where I make my money and where I live and everything like that. Yeah, look, I appreciate I wish America all the best. But as a black man, for my ancestors, for my people, you can't serve two masters. I want you Negroes to understand that. Going forward, I'm going to be stronger than I ever was. And I'm coming down on people. Why? Because I'm sick and tired of lukewarm, wishy-washy people. Either you believe in this thing or you don't. If you believe that we're going to be a people and free, that everyone's going to be free and whatnot, or you give it the fuck up. Just lay down in the corner. Be a freaking mouse. CMDL, whatever. I know you're probably a white guy, whatever like that. This is black people's conversation, So if you want to listen and not get blocked, shut the fuck up, I know the psyche of black men. That's what I need to know. I know my friggin' brothers. I know them. And it's just time for us to basically, as a race, to start answering questions, and looking for answers. I did a post, right? Reason why I want to do the show tonight. I put a post on TikTok. And the post, I should read it, but I'm going to try to. It went viral. It went viral in one day, 1,000 views. And I got all these white people coming on my freaking page. Oh, if you don't like it here, blah, blah, blah. Look, the bottom line is this. You can talk all the freaking blue in the face you want. That's my goddamn opinion. You cannot tame my rage. My rage is when I see a friggin' Secretary of War, Secretary of Defense with fucking Nazi fucking symbols tattooed on him. And I'm supposed to accept that as my fucking, are you fucking kidding me? I'm supposed to sit here and accept the nonsense that I see white supremacists coming to the Capitol on a day that celebrated 250 years. And I'm supposed to be cool with that? I'm supposed to share a flag in a country with fucking people who, if they had the numbers, they would exterminate me? Are you insane? See, the thing is, I'm different from most black men. Most black men, oh, I give white people the benefit of the doubt. No, I'm sorry. Just like they make us accountable for all the thugs, the ratchet shit that goes on in Black America, you tell me I can't make them accountable for everything that goes on in their culture? This white supremacy Nazi shit is bad. I mean, really, really bad in this country. This country is dying. America is dying from within. That cancer of white supremacy is spreading. And I don't want black people to get caught up in this nonsense, you know? It's bad. It's dangerous. You got people online talking about genocide. Don't take that as some idle threat. That's in their hearts. This guy, Jake Lane, talking about because of black parents, whatever like that, we should deport black Americans, strip them of their citizenship. What the fuck? And black people out there with your little cookouts and you have no idea the danger you're in. There's people actually not even condemning it. They're giving this guy a platform. Why are these people able to reach us through social media? Why is it that after all these years, I've been saying that we need our own spaces on social media away from them? If we can't have our own nation right now, you telling me we cannot have our own like Reddit or Rumble or something like that where all of us gather, we can share the black nations. We can fight with each other even, we could FBA versus African American. We can do all that shit. Diaspora wars, everything like that. But there should be no instance where no white supremacists, white devils have any communication with our people. And I'll say to myself, because I'm looking on my For You timeline, right? And this is some devil-looking white bitch talking about, see, y'all shit. Who the fuck cares, you fucking witch? We don't want to see you. These guys stay in our fucking business. That's why I said the day they try to come up on this platform, the day they're going to get blocked for good. They're not welcomed here. And everybody in the black community, all they care about their little algorithm and their little monetization. And I said to myself, this is dawned on me this week. I said, wait a minute. I'm looking at these clowns like Black Alpha and all these other people. O'Shea. Wait a minute. Just like other people go to a job and everything. And I always thought like the YouTube was just something we did on the side or hobby, whatever like that. You got motherfuckers who this is their life. Some people go to an executive job. They go to here. They go to the office. They in banking, real estate. YouTube and content creating is their life. Making money off the internet or that nonsense is their life. They're not trying to change anything. These motherfuckers will never give that YouTube money to get to build the whole thing. But you give white people that credit, right? But they ain't like the way YouTube was going. They formed Rumble. Now, they said another couple of years, Rumble might overtake YouTube in the right-wing spaces. But you got the black YouTube content creators. No, I'm not going to apply for no streaming university. I don't believe in this bullshit, No serious man makes a living streaming. I have no respect for somebody who makes a living streaming for a living, not producing anything. That kick in that room, I don't give a damn how much money you freaking make. You're a man, you get out there and work a real job. You get out there and get your hands dirty. You get out there and bust your ass. We got too many of these freaking pansies sitting around giving advice, causing trouble. I don't fucking deal with them. If you're not out there on working on a job, I don't give a damn who you are. If you're not out there punching the clock or you don't have a legit business, not no online business, you don't have a legit business or something like that and contracting, whatever like that. Everybody I know, they're business people. They ain't online doing most people don't know nothing about this YouTube shit. But YouTube is how, and TikTok is how people communicate. But unfortunately, because we fail to build a platform where we can exchange ideas, because we don't really have no ideas. It seems to me that black people are not serious. Serious is you will put as much money or time in your content creation demonetized as you do trying to get monetized. If monetization is the only reason why you're here, you're not real. Like me, if I could get an audience and somebody said we found a black owned streaming platform, whatever like that, where only black people on them, we're not everybody's moving there, I move my shit there in a minute. We ain't saying we have a common goal, but the common goal is we don't have look, people that think we have to have a common, that's another thing. We don't need unity, we don't need a common goal. All we need to do is recognize there is. Yeah, I'm not unifying with Elvis. I'm not unified with half these people. But the bottom line is I recognize for some strange reason we're part of the same world. We're black. That's all you need to know. Ain't no bigger picture or whatever like that. You're black. You're stuck in it. You're born into this race. We're not, no matter what you think you are, and how much money you think you are, you're black, and that's the way the fucking world sees you. So damn your unity. I ain't uniting with nobody else. Shut the fuck up. I only tolerate you because you're black. That's it. That's only it. Africa's not going to change, bro. I hate to tell you that. I just don't see that happening, unfortunately. But the thing is, though, what I mean is Black Rage. We should have our own safe spaces to vent. If you can't vent, then what else do you got? If you can't show anger and disappointment, you're not human, you know? And the bottom line is we always do things to make sure that white people are not uncomfortable. Be careful, remember the bigger picture. Racial harmony. There's good white folks out there. Shut the fuck up. So we gotta suppress our anger and rage for the few good whites they tell us that's out there. But yeah, so these people coming at me, these crackers coming at me. Oh man, America! So shut the fuck up. See, the whole thing is this: they want to be in their bubble. America's so great. That sure is. America's a great country, or not? But for who? You know, America's great. We wouldn't be, every time we look around, we're getting heartbroken with a 1-year-old boy who was killed. I can't call America great after that. That kid that basically got shot in the back and whatnot, can't be proud of that. This new kid just gets killed and whatnot. There's no investigation, whatever. We don't know what's going on. Same old, same old. I can't be proud of that. Well, I agree with that, Mahmoud. Africa should have their own Twitter and YouTube and all stuff like that. That's what I believe. You know. But they'll make me feel good when people are cheering Twitter open up an office in Ghana. Ghana is going to be the regional headquarters of Twitter. They talk about we got to fight the neo-colonialism and whatnot, but then they celebrating Twitter opening up an office in Ghana. But like I said, for the life of me, I don't understand black people. I don't understand black people and these fake ass black nationalists that be out here. First thing every black nationalist should want is our own goddamn platform. Before we even get some land, we got to get our mind right. And you cannot get your mind right if you basically have been subjected to their media and their propaganda, like John Henry Clark said. As long as you're under their propaganda and their media, we should not, like 90% of the stuff coming out of Twitter, we shouldn't even be seeing. If Elon Musk says a racist tweet, whatever like that, it should go, no, it should die right there outside of the black world. Stop these people with the ability to control our people through social media. Since no one's going to do that, man, what can we do? Nobody ain't thinking about that. Everybody's just thinking about their YouTube, their YouTube algorithm and their YouTube views. And they can dress it up all they want, talk about who got more subs and all this kind of stupid shit like that. The dumbest shit I've ever seen in my life. They gave black men a little bit of power with these freaking subscriber counts and all this stuff like this. And some monetization, right? They don't have to go out there and work McDonald's. Now they just arrogant. You ever see somebody like that? They broke their whole life and whatnot, poor, whatever, like they're always scheming. And then they find the one thing that pays well if they can keep it up, which is bullshit and constant creating on YouTube. And they act arrogant. They act like they college degreed up and they got all this education. They got all this success. They're successful. You're a fucking YouTuber. That's what we're talking about tonight. Is I talk about Black Rage, and how they control Black Rage. They control it through these platforms right here. They always come out with who we shouldn't even know who a Brandon fucking Tatum is. We shouldn't even know who a fucking Officer Tatum is. Dynast is just Dynast. Yeah, they gaslight us all day. You don't like to get clicks and views and rage bait. Yeah, Trump's war in Iran was a disaster. Like I said before, I'm not open to criticism for Donald Trump, because to be honest with you, you know, the, I like Donald Trump for one reason. He kind of reminded me of myself, you know. That's why I always gave him the benefit of the doubt. Then for the last week or so, I just saw something in him that I'm not. One thing I am is a man of my word. One thing I am is a man of character. Donald Trump is not that. And with that, everything that he said, whatever like that, hey, it sounded good at the time. But I was operating on the idea that this was an honorable man. So we gotta keep pushing on, pushing on, pushing on. I think it's getting better. More black people buying from black businesses and everything. Black business apps are exploding. We'll be all right. Well, the reason why Diane and I are going for Trump because we look at Joe Biden and Kamala and all these other clowns when the country was spiraling out of control. And I figured that if he got reelected, right, all these white supremacy shit would go away. They would have no reason. But instead of going away, now they're emboldened. You got the presidency, you're still complaining about that. You got both chambers of Congress, you got the Supreme Court, you got most of the state, all the hands are right wing. And they're still unhappy. This guy Jake Lang in the street. Black families this, black families that, black families. Shut the fuck up, you little nerd. So I at this point right now, the next step is violence. I'm just telling people you got to brace yourself for this. The next phase of this is confrontation is going to be violence. And people are getting scared because Carl's always right. I am right. Very near soon, from maybe by the end of summer, you're going to see blood. Because that black rage is about to explode. You got people now saying that suppress your black rage. Somebody calls you the N-word, be the bigger person. And you got this stupid, ignorant Nigerian lady running around talking about why y'all get the word so much power, blah, 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 blah. Stupid, ignorant Nigerian. Some of you Nigerians, y'all need to go the fuck away. That's why some of us hate fucking Africans. Because they come here and they say, we're in the fucking middle of a race war. We know how to survive. We know these people. We know what they're capable of, right? And you're coming in here telling us we're over-exaggerating these fools. And we're watching them get into formation, ready to kill us. If they get enough numbers, it's going to be over with. They're not quite there yet, but once they get numbers or not, there's nothing going to be able to stop them. You saw the incident not too long ago, about a week or two ago, where they jumped this black man in front of the police. They're sitting there holding the black man off, like, no, stop. He went to go retaliate. They tackle him. What's up, Dark Vigo? And the bottom line, what it tells me is that while they're always trying to convince black people to turn the other cheek, be the bigger man, suppress your anger, somebody calls you a nigger in public and for everybody, you get up, even show anger, you're chimping out. That's called taming the black rage. But I'm telling you now, is the next stage is going to be violence. Because I think they underestimate black people, They still don't get it. I don't know what movies they're watching of us and whatnot. They have us thinking we're these docile, subservient people that care what they fucking think. That we're like they say, well, I don't have any black friends. I might start writing a black friend to my fucking bland ass cookout with no taste and whatnot. And people like hey, I'm not trying to go to your fucking nasty ass cookout, I'm not trying to hang around with you people. What the fuck? These people are delusional. So anyway, it's just really, really upsetting. That we're not even on the same page. We were, if black and white we were on the same page, we wouldn't have this conversation. They still think of us as we shall overcome. Soon and very soon. Well, to be honest with you, to tell you the truth, everyone's violent. They're violent. They call us violent to control our rage. They're the ones that's violent. I'm already violent, so there's no problem with me. But I'm not a sociopath. So in other words, the society is now saying it's okay to say the N word, right? Why give it so much power? Be the bigger person, right? But if somebody comes, I said to him, if somebody comes up to your wife and says, "Hey ho, you know, hey, your wife's a whore," you're gonna get up and want to. Oh man, see that being told you. Now I said, "Oh, I called your wife a whore, but that's chipping out. Don't get mad, it's chipping out." No, that's a proper response for somebody that's insulting somebody's wife. The reason why you think call somebody the N word is okay was that because you don't think black people have a right to defend themselves. They don't have a right to their own human dignity. Yeah, that's the whole about thing. That's a privilege about being white in America, DK. They want to be able to say the N word and whatnot. They want to go back to the good old days. And a lot of this Frenchie is just common sense. But when it comes to black people, even some black people, but particularly Nigerians, they come here. They lose all fucking common sense. I wish some of these Nigerians just go back to their fucking country. Worry about that shithole you call it. Nigeria is a fucking complete disaster. Everything from human kidnapping, smuggling, the worst fucking place on the fucking planet. Extortion, human kidnapping, everything going on. But they're over here trying to meddle into the delicate racial politics of America. Yo, fuck you, 1776, and your 250th birthday. How about that? You know? So they want to be able to say the N word, no consequences, right? But the bottom line, you say something about Charlie Kirk or not. Oh my God. They had people, this guy said this about Charlie Kirk. They went and stalked this guy, poor white guy, just had an opinion on Charlie Kirk, nothing bad. And they got the guy fired from his job and shit, just because he had an opinion that Charlie Kirk wasn't God Almighty. And these are the people running around talking about freedom of speech. Miss me with that shit. The only people that fall for these people's bullshit, like they've been doing for 250 years, people like 1776. Anything that falls from the white man's mouth is gold. I just see them as the biggest bullshit artists on the fucking planet. And to me, everything that come out of white man's mouth is a fucking lie. Hello, Afro Theory. I don't know whoever told it. I had this saw this one video where these little cocky ass white boys on kick, whatever. And this one enrages me, right? The cops were called to a scene where they had accosted this black guy. Obviously, this black guy was probably a fucking black immigrant, you know. They said they called the cop. Well, he got violent with us when we called him the N word and whatnot. Blah blah blah. I guess they got that clicks and views for the kick. Whenever they were just so proud of themselves, they called a black guy in public. And he tried to rep us up. We just broke it up, whatever. He's got upset because I called him a nigga. And so I'm saying to myself, and the cop, instead of cop saying, you know something, I'm gonna take you to jail for provoking this. This could have been bad. You know, I'm gonna take you. I'm taking you. I'm arresting you. They're sitting there basically getting more questions and seeing what happened. The dude called the black dude the N word, but I was in the store minding his damn business. So the police come into these scenes, and when there's a black person, they make sure if there's a white person, black person, they'll do everything they can to make sure that the white person walks free and the black person, say, oh, they didn't really mean it, blah, blah, blah. You can go on, you're all right, whatever, like that. But so that's what you got. When it comes down to black people, these police will lock you up and everything. For example, that same case I was talking about, the when these black guys got jumped by these freaking white guys. Why did the police guys, when they was questioning everybody, what happened, broke them up? How come they didn't ask the white guys for ID? Let me see your ID. They let the white guy, an incident happen. I always thought that anytime there's an incident, they're supposed to ID people there at the incident. But black people could be sitting on a park bench minding their damn business. Cop roll up, let me see ID. So I ain't got nothing to celebrate 250 years for 1776. You can go stick that up your ass. Yeah, I know. The problem, these guys come up here, they go provoking black men in public like that. You know how dangerous that is? So that means you got to go out in public now. Instead of being able to enjoy your life as a free person, which is not us, you got to walk around worried about is somebody going to insult you. Hey, 1776, how about this? Why don't you go give Donald Trump my name and number and tell him to come try to deport me? You do that, 1776. You do that, 1776. You go call Donald Trump and say, hey, there's Carlos up there. You got to deport him. White guys don't care about interracial. They just care about black guys getting with white girls. The same white guy seen a white guy, 40 years old, fucking loser, with this cute ass black girl. She was like no more than 18, 19. I'm saying, they have no shame. Probably an alt-right MAGA guy, just white supremacy bullshit, but got a cute black girl because he got money. They got no shame. I got no respect for them. They'll bag a cute black girl up and justify it. Well, she's not really black, but because she's sort of like a tan, whatever. And these people are fucking. They'll erase your race, bloodline, everything, just to satisfy their lustful carnal needs. I don't know. I don't go down to the ocean front. Nobody goes down there, DK. No, you don't see a lot of interracial couples out here anymore. Used to back in the 2000s. Now everybody just in their own little tribal camps. Yeah, but yeah, black people staying with our own. And if people try to bring us, the interracial couples always try to sell us on their relationship. Nobody wants to hear that shit no more. I'm sure Brad's a good guy, man, but in these days and times, man, we're in a different time period, man. Yeah, I'm still glad Kamala lost. I just think some of these white guys are just spoiling for a fight. They're spoiling for a fight. They want to be the biggest, baddest motherfuckers in this country. They know as long as we're here, they're not gonna be that. So all they're gonna do is bluff and huff and puff and whatnot. And then sooner or later we're gonna call their bluff. And it's gonna be a bloodshed. It's gonna be bloody. Promise you that. And look, I'm like this, and I think you're perfectly justified because law enforcement. There's people saying, well, those marchers in D.C. they were probably feds. So you telling me Cash Patel and all these other people, FBI, let these people organize under their nose in their own ranks? Are they getting paid by the Doge federal government? Are they on a government payroll? If they're not, you can't prove that. Then shut the fuck up. So I'm saying to myself, no, these guys are real. The Nazis out there, neo Nazis are real. That was no government psyops. They're real. And the message is this: we represent what America stands for, and I agree with them. So I guess probably like 1776. Well, I wonder, could 1776 join the Patriot Front? Does anybody in the chat room think 1776 could join the Patriot Front? They were not no FBI. That was the dumbest nonsense. Those guys are out there training and some of everything. I don't mean they're physically different. That don't mean anything. 1776, you need to freaking ask yourself this question. Will the Patriot Front allow you to join their ranks? Yeah, I saw that Nolan, whatever his name is. Yeah, sad. Same MO. Nobody ain't gonna say nothing. You can kiss that. That's another case that's gonna be unsolved. Oh yeah, it was a Southern probably. So they got dumb people like 1776 who actually believes in 1776. So there was a fucking Southern Poly Law Center for all those guys out there, 400 organized something like that. For what? Just like the white man, he never takes no responsibility for himself. Oh, somebody else, the Ku Klux Klan. No, it was not that. It was some far off psyops that did this shit. Blah 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 blah. Okay, we know y'all's had nothing to do with it. Get the fuck out of here. You know. I want to know whose side 1776 come on when the blood starts shedding. 1776, whose side you gonna be on? Yeah, his parents. It's like what part of these people don't seem to understand something, right? Your child is not special because he plays football and he's liked and he can hang out with white kids and whatnot. Something in them triggers them. Yeah, this country's headed towards a race war, Frenchie. I'm sorry. There's no way of getting around it. Think of the January 6th on steroids. Yeah, there's no psyops. You're just fucking blind, fool. Third eye, so you psyops. Yeah, you're fucking blind. You're a fool. Well, I rock with America's enemies. How about that? The 1776. Whoever America's enemies are is my friend. How do you like that, 1776? I am now, right now, rooting for Iran. I'm rooting for Vladimir Putin. I'm rooting for China. What's up, Focus Dave? Hey, dope by America. I travel outside the country every year, and I plan on leaving in another 2 years permanently. But in the meantime, I'm going to raise hell while I'm here. Yeah, Iran's acting like the civilized country, you know? I'm so embarrassed to be a fucking American citizen right now. It's so embarrassing. Yeah, I've been rooting for everybody. None of these countries ever did anything to us. You know, none of these countries never did anything to us. They got us hating fucking China. What the fuck for? Got us hating Iran. What the fuck for? They got us hating Venezuela. They had us hating Cuba, Castro. What the fuck for? For this fucking racist country? Are you on drugs? Are you sick? Are you on dope? I'm trying to wake all my fucking people up. Now is the time. They done this to us, you know? Yo, look, I'm not playing games, 77. I mean this. I'm not playing games. I mean this. You could take my recording, send it to the fucking State Department all you want. I'll go before Congress and tell them to set goddamn same thing. Motherfuck you. On the graves of my ancestors, I don't give a damn. Yeah, go ahead, warn me. Say it. You got the recording. It's right gonna be right there. Just send it to whoever. Clip it up. Send it to whoever you want to send it to. I mean this, 100%. I don't get checks, bro. I work for myself. You know, I'm one of the privileged black men in this country that got my own house, my own business, and all shit like that because I wanted it. You know, oh shut up, 1776. I don't give a damn about no America. You know, America's a fucking joke. America can't even fucking handle Iran. What are you talking about? A week ago, he said we got a peace deal with Iran. They came to the table. Blah 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 blah. Iran said, "Man, we didn't tell this motherfucking fool that. Make America look fucking weak and stupid like it always is." I pay taxes where I'm at. You know, I pay taxes. If I'm gonna stay here, I pay taxes. So what? Where's my brother King Goodwill? Is he in the chat room tonight? You know, I want to hear from that brother. I want to hear from the black nationalists, man. Look at these fucking coons in the chat room. Dope black American. I want the fucking. I want these cowards gone, and fucking. I want to hear from the black nationalists. The real black men. Oh, funny. When I go to Africa, I'm in peace. I never seen no fight. I never seen an argument. Come over here, motherfuckers just shooting each other in the streets and whatnot, because you're held up in some fucking neighborhood you think you safe. And get out of here with that shit. We freaking America is shooting people in the streets. 30 people killed in this city, 30 people killed in that city. Every day people are dropping dead like flies with gun violence and whatnot. And you got nerve to talk about other countries. Seventeen 76, you are a mouse. You are a mouse. I live in Chesapeake, Virginia. I live in a beautiful neighborhood. What does that got to do with anything? I didn't delete your comment. I don't think it was deleted. Yeah, but Chesapeake is the type of place that'll lure you to sleep. It'll lure you to sleep. I'm not sleepy. I'm not stupid. It seems peaceful here. It is peaceful here and everything like that. But there's turmoil all around. At any time, this shit could erupt here too. All I'm saying is get what you can out of America, enjoy it, but don't ask me to salute somebody else's dream, somebody else's flag. So what has meaning to somebody else? The American flag has meaning to a lot of people. The people who descended from the founders of this country. I live in a friggin' here in Virginia. I know how deep they are in the history of the founding. I know a lot of people that are very conservative. But that's not my story. That is not my story. I'm sick of living somebody else's reality. That's not my reality. To be a fool. Oh, 7076. Once I'm able to make that move and stuff like that over there, transition properly, dude, you can have this fucking passport. Look. The bottom line is, obviously, you never had anything. See, I always had a nice house since I was born. I was born in the late '60s. I grew up in the '70s and '80s. I've always had a nice house, a roof over my head, all that stupid shit. So I don't see the covet having a nice house. I have a real nice house now because I've always had. All you brand new Negroes out there, I got a nice house. I got this. Man, I don't want my master to take nothing from me and whatnot. Blah, 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 blah. I got a nice shit because I worked for it. Ain't no white man gave me shit. No, actually, it ain't about the struggling, is that you can have a better quality of life, have way more than you are over here. You obviously, basically, Dope Record never traveled outside of the United States. Brother Dave.
Yeah, College Genesis, you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you loud and clear, brother.
Yeah, how you doing, man? How you doing, bro? College Genesis,
Good,
big
man. Good to
bro.
have some of my black nationals up here, man.
Yeah. What's going on? Fourth of July was crazy, man. Fourth of July weekend was mayhem.
Yeah. And the
People
bottom
getting
line,
shot.
I wrote a post on TikTok. I don't know if you saw it. Man, these white people are mad, boy. They were like, I was
What are
like,
they mad about? What are they mad about? College Genesis?
I said the country has changed from even from a year ago. A year ago, everybody's okay. 4th of July. It was just a day you go out there, see fireworks, good times, everything like that. Something was different this year. You felt that?
Yeah, you're right. I remember I saw a picture of a young lady on the train in DC, and it was just a whole bunch of white nationalists.
The bottom line is, I said to myself, if that's normal in America now, it's time to cut ties and go.
Yeah, because I didn't get it. I was like, I thought this was a Fourth of July celebration. We all
Why would you
together.
take the 4th of July to if you really believe this is a country for everybody? Why would you,
No,
if you're a divisive figure like the Nazis, why would you show up on the 4th of July?
a 250-year anniversary too. At that,
Yeah,
a march on Washington. It was madness. I said,
demanding
you
that
got.
America return to its original. They're saying, so
Oh
what
man.
about all the people that's here? So everybody's supposed to be like, see, so I said these people like dope American and said they live in a lie because these people
Yeah.
don't include them in their American dream.
And FBA got exposed too on Fourth of July with that march, man. The pro America guys, they got
Yeah,
exposed, man.
they look foolish.
I saw that picture. I said they got this young girl. She's probably going to the store or something, and she just going to the store. There's a whole bunch of white nationalists on the train. Everybody masked up. I'm like, what the hell's going on? I said, man, on Fourth of July.
It gets me. The president didn't announce it. Nobody ever said nothing about it. Yeah,
Yeah,
so
nobody said nothing about it. You're right. You're right. That's the crazy thing.
that
Nobody.
means they condone it.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie, Dave. I think that thing was staged, bro. I ain't gonna hold you.
Why would you say that?
Only because the pictures, because like ever since like the hold on, my phone's tripping. Like I seen like the black women, like they have black women that's really racist like that. That are, you know what I'm
No,
saying?
that woman
Back
right there
some
found she's
that.
homeless.
Who said who?
That woman that was on the train, she's actually homeless.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that make you more sense.
She was like living in the suburbs. She was
they
living in the
No,
suburbs.
but
they
but
be
but
having black women like
but
that,
but
man. I
still,
don't be trusting
but
nothing, man.
but but still, Colin. Even if she's homeless, she's not homeless. She can't even be homeless in peace.
It gets me. Look how
What we talking about?
this how stupid it is. This how 1776 they defend the slave master. Slave master whip him, stick it up his ass, or whatever, sell his mother up, and he'll defend him. Look what he's saying. Colin Dave, you have to catch this penal gland that was a psyops. The whole white nationalist and black girl were Democratic SL. So in other words, Southern leadership. That's the freaking dumbest thing I ever heard in my fucking life.
So that picture was staged. That's what everybody's saying.
You
The
know, he
picture
trying to
was
say the
staged.
whole
Yo,
movement stays.
I
You
have
think it
no
was
idea
staged?
anymore, bro. I'm not gonna lie.
Look, let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. The shit was real.
Nah,
You know, and the bottom line, when
come
people say
on,
it was
bro. Come on,
staged,
come
is
on,
because
bro.
they do. Look, I know it scares people. It scares people.
I will think people, yeah, white nationalists. That's a day for white
You know,
nationalists to
this
show
thing, this
up
thing is
and
real.
show they self, bro.
Because they can't. You know, the
I
same
think
guys
that's
came to Virginia
real.
Beach a few weeks ago.
I think that's real, bro. Cause
That's real. That's not
Nah,
these
I'm not.
staged.
young
I'm
white
not
guys,
saying that. I'm saying like I know that they have black people now. You know what I'm saying? That are actually with them. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
you
Just to
know, yeah,
push that thing.
that
That's what I'm
yeah.
saying. Like I ain't saying they not really racist. I'm saying I don't know. I'm not sure about her. You know what I mean? Like I don't just trust. Oh, this is a
Now,
black
I know when
woman.
she was just there. She was somebody living in the subway. They found her. She was defecating on herself, whatever like that. That she felt a couple of days later. She's
She
homeless.
probably, mentally ill or whatever,
She's mentally ill, something like that. You know.
Yeah, I just stopped trusting black people now, man. Like I don't know if they coons. I don't know if they working with these guys. No, no, seriously, bro. Like it's
No,
kind of
but yeah,
sad
you're
now
right.
because
You're right,
you feel
though.
me?
You're
Like,
right.
because
You're
bro,
Wait,
once
right.
I started,
hesitate, Dark
You
Migo.
kind of right,
Hesitate.
though, bruh. You're
Yeah,
right on that,
hesitate, Dark
too.
Migo. There's one thing that do that, and I agree with you, right? But the one thing I always notice, right, when it really comes down to it, those racists, they don't even want black people's help. They don't even like people like Officer Tatum. They really don't. They don't even like. They remember. I remember this. Let me get it before I get DK on. Years ago, there was this right racist guy on Blog Talk Radio called Bill Wagner. You know,
Mhm.
this guy was a racist. He was a whole. This is when that Skype assholes was out, and there's a bunch of fucking right wing people, just trolls, whatever like that. They used to come on my show, and I said, just line them up and knock them down. Boom, 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 destroy all of them. Right? They couldn't handle me. Anyway, one day their ally Sarge, a nemesis of mine, Sarge, he was an older black guy. He put forward Vietnam. He was just right. He hated Obama. You know, he was from Chicago. Yeah, the Constitutionals. He went on there show talking about because I said Bill Wagner said, "Shut up, nigga."
Oh, that's
I'm
crazy.
on your side. When I'm on your side, shut up, nigga. We don't care. You shut the fuck up, you know. Because they always heard him talking to me, going at me. And so he thought he was just in the crowd or whatnot. They don't see real racists don't want these motherfuckers around anyway. 77 thinks that he's gonna be with these people. They don't. It's not working.
Yeah, but
Seven.
that's my thing though. Like the men, of course they're gonna be like that with the men. But when it comes to the women, whole different story.
They're like
They
that with
they
all. They
like
do
listen,
not
hold on,
like.
Kyle. Look, we have black women now that's really like yo, like I'd go back into slavery for some white man. Like they really be wilding now for the white guys.
And,
They
and,
they
and also
But
for a
they get on
while,
their knees, bro. Like they really get on their knees, like
yeah,
white man, please,
for a
like.
while, that was a Candace of Owens effect. For
Like
a
they got
while,
Candace Owens times of millions now, bro. Like it's
yeah,
bad. So that's why
and
I'm like, I don't
the
really
thing is though,
trust.
but these white
Huh?
guys basically like talk about white genocide now and white purity. They don't want these black women. It was good, but see, they'll use them against us. Once their job is done, they did their job. You know, these black they no more use to them. You know,
Yeah, I know, but Kyle, listen, bro. These black women have been so far gone, Kyle. They don't give a f. They'd rather everything be blown up as long as they can suck the white man's toes on Sunday. They'll take that place. You feel me? I
yeah,
see
white
them
man
literally.
knows
They'll
that.
be like,
He
yo,
knows they're not
like.
going nowhere.
They like, yo, the white man got power. Like that's why I'm like, yo, like they really gassing. Like they like they
dark
like,
Migos. But do you see that in real life or just on the internet?
yo, you know what? I see it, and you know where it is in the real life at though? On the West Coast. That's where I actually
Yep.
seen it at.
Yep.
I don't
You
On
know
see
the
it
what?
over
west
You know,
on
here.
the
now that
West
you
Coast,
speak dark
huh?
Migo, now that you speak about it, why is it what is with the West Coast? Because you got guys
See,
like
I'm telling you,
Dinus.
bro, I'm
Like,
cracking
no.
the
Yo,
case,
Let me hear
yo,
this.
brother.
Let me hear this now. You got guys like Dinus, O'Shea, now Brandon. They're on some weird shit, man. I gotta admit, they're on
Bro,
some weird
it's
shit.
because like I've noticed like it's like a difference between like I don't know like blackness. It's because like on the East Coast, black people actually thrive, you know, get money and it's black love. On the
Yeah.
West Coast, it's kind of different. Like there's not a lot of black people that's just like normal middle class, you know? Like there isn't any of that. It's either they're super hood or they're like whitewashed. Like there's no normal. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I mean,
I
I'm
don't
not bashing
understand
it,
West
but it's
Coast,
just
bro.
it's on some weird thing. All these Africans on the panel. It's just nothing. It's just a mess on this show. It's like, is this Pan Africanism? What is this?
Yeah. Yeah, it's just hard for me to trust West Coast black sometimes. You feel me? Cause
Yeah,
like
yeah, I'm like that too, Dark Migos. I've
Brandon
been
just
like
went
that
off
since
the deep end,
I've been
man.
I've
Brandon
been
just went
like
off the
that.
deep end.
I've been like that since the East Coast West Coast beef, man. Tupac
yeah,
and Biggie, man. I've been like that with them too, man.
yeah,
I
it
ain't
is
gonna
not. You know,
lie.
I wouldn't even want to put it to that. I feel you on that, but it's just like yeah, they just different. You know, like they don't really
Yeah, they
stand on the
different.
blackness as us.
They
Like I
just
like
move
being black.
different.
You know.
Yeah.
Yeah,
They
it's,
just
that's
move.
the whole thing. When Dynas got into the movement, right, going to Africa, he didn't have that socialization of black people living on the East Coast, the Gullah area, the Low Country, stuff like that. There's a whole culture here on the East Coast, Black American culture on the East Coast. He just goes from California to fucking Africa, and that's why he has such a negative opinion of Black America. His opinion of Black America comes from fucking California, you know.
Yeah, and that's not a good look. That's not the good. Not a good look. The image of Black America's on the East Coast, man. On the East Coast.
Nah, it's in the South, and you know that, bro.
East
Oh,
Coast.
the southeastern part
Ain't
of the
the
United
South? Ain't
States.
the South the East Coast?
Yeah,
Nah,
no,
the South
I
is
don't
the
consider
South.
the East Coast. I don't consider
Oh,
Mississippi,
here we
Alabama.
go.
And when I say this, the East Coast, I mean this Atlantic Seaboard.
Kyler,
That's
you
where the
good, man?
wealthiest black people in the world are.
You got your fruits and berries, bro?
Yeah, I'm all right now, man. I'm just recovering. I'm just really recovering.
Yo, Kyler, man, what's up with these kids going missing in Mississippi, man? What the hell going on
Yeah,
in
it's
Mississippi,
it's just
man? It's the second time in a year, man. Our kids going missing out there, man. What's going on?
why would that kid Nolan, the parents? I don't know. He's a 18-year-old kid, I guess, but what is it about black people don't seem to understand? You don't go boating. It's not the first time this happened.
Yeah, but look what happened at Delta State last year, the hanging at Delta State. We still don't even got information for that. Mississippi and Mississippi, that's a machine. You got to send the feds down there. You can't
Right, out
trust
of
them.
all places. It's Mississippi
You got,
burning all over again.
yeah,
But
Mississippi, man. Come on, man. I
I
don't know
don't
what the
know.
hell's going on over
Black people know what time it is, man.
there.
You're the only black person on the island full of white people. Are you kidding me? With no
Right,
cell phone service.
right. Like, where your self awareness at, young king? Come on, bro.
you see that
No,
little white
I
girl.
think I think he forgot what country he's living in. That's all.
Yeah.
Black people. Let's be real too. We forget sometimes what country we live in. We
But that's
act a
on his
fool, you
parents,
know.
though. Like, he's supposed to know that from the
Yeah,
cradle.
he's supposed to
Like,
know that.
man.
He's supposed to
Yeah.
know that. I've been knowing about Mississippi since I was a 5-year-old. He's supposed
Right,
to know
right.
And your
that.
father, his parents should be like every hour check in with me, call, keep calling,
Right. I mean, really, if you got a real black mom and you tell her you going out to the boat with 5 white dudes, man, she gonna be like, bro, I don't think you need to make that trip. Like,
That's
I
a real
don't know
sad thing.
nobody
Right
that.
away, I just get the feeling the case is never going to be solved. Everybody's lawyering up and everything like
It,
that. All that people have to do
and
is take time.
that's in Mississippi too. Oh my
Yeah, it's
lord.
over. It's over.
Yeah, but
Yeah, so
what you gonna
so
do
I
in
don't know why
You
Mississippi?
black
gotta
people getting
you
themselves
gotta be
all reared up
smarter
to
than
get
that,
justice.
man.
Like
Another going to be another
literally.
letdown. And it
You
gets
gotta
me
be
is
smarter
all
than
these
that, man.
letdowns when that black people thought that Chinese guy was going to get convicted, shooting the boy in the back. No. Yeah,
Oh, is his
Yo,
mom Asian? The guy that went missing, his mom Asian? That's what sounds Bantu saying.
Nolan?
Yeah.
I thought
Kyler,
he had 2
man.
black parents.
Tyler, the last 2, 3 weeks, we've been catching L's, man. What's going on in Black America, man? We catching a lot of L's, man.
Man, we've been catching
You
L's
gotta,
since we got off them
no,
ships, bro.
yeah, I know, bro. I know, but I'm just saying, in the last couple of weeks, the L's has just been intensifying. You know, it's just been in
Nah,
our
yeah.
Well,
face. You
they're
know what I
telling you
mean?
that your future here. You know.
Right. Right.
So when I don't get excited about 300, 250 years, don't come at me. Because look, they taming my black rage. My rage is when someone tells me that I ought to be grateful for fucking. That's what angers me. You know, telling you ought to be grateful, and I got a business because I fucking work for it. And I work hard for it. You know, they always act like, oh man, you owe everything to America. Shut up. I'm the type of person, given the opportunity, I could go to any country and succeed. That's just the type of person I am. I'll find a way to succeed. I'm in this society, so I decided to succeed in society. People always act like, oh man, see, you're just. When I tell them I'm successful, they're like, what are you complaining about? I say, because I'm living a lie. Really, you're living a lie. I'll say it, and people won't basically just let you fucking just be yourself and everything. No one ever, years ago, nobody ever questioned us about what we thought, whatever, like that. Now they want to get into our soul. What do you think, black man? Look, they know white black people don't believe in this bullshit.
But Kyla, my main two concern is
Hey,
where's the
Dave,
black
you're muffled. I can't hear you.
Hello, you hear me?
Yeah, you're going out. So, yeah, talking to the mic. Whatever.
You muted, Dave.
You're muted,
Hello,
Dave.
hello, you hear me better now?
Yeah, a little better. It's a little muffled. But go ahead.
No, I wanted to say,
Can
forgot what
everybody?
it
Can
was. I was,
anybody hear him?
Yeah, I can hear him.
Yeah, I can hear him.
I can't hear him. Yeah.
All right, but go ahead. Go ahead. Hey.
no, I'm saying like we catching a lot of L's these last couple of weeks. I mean, I don't know. Like you said our future. That's that they just depicting our future living here in America.
Yeah, because
So right now,
they have no incentive. Like, what's the alternative? That white people are saying. What's the alternative? What are you
But
gonna do?
this
Right.
nylon kid, that's like an easy picking, man. He's like you surrounded by white people. Like it's not like you with your own people and they just ambush you. Like, dude, in Mississippi, so they could just write that off, man.
Yeah. I think it's just ever since that Trayvon situation, they know ain't nothing gonna happen. If they kill one of us, they just gonna keep doing it.
Yeah, they're gonna keep doing it.
Yeah.
Ain't nothing gonna happen. They know that. So I don't know why people get all huffing, puffing. You got people out
Facts.
there putting on their fucking berets on, marching up.
so I want to ask where are the black conservatives and where FBA on this, man? Where the black conservatives?
Hey, Dave, you're
Where,
going in and
where,
out. Really, I can't hear you.
I can hear
They
him,
still
Kyler.
they still talking about immigrants and nonsense, bro. You can't wait
Yeah.
on them to address no real issues. Like,
I think Tariq did make a video about this missing kid though, so I say that.
Yeah, but
and then
where's
the
where's
next
the
day he gonna go back to
say
talking about Nigeria and stuff like that. Like he'll never
Yeah.
get serious.
racism, white supremacy, like that Brian Jehovah clown. All that motherfucker do is talk about Africans all day and all night. They do,
But you
man.
know what those black conservatives are saying? Oh, you're just making this about race. There's nothing wrong. He just
Yeah,
went
that's what I
missing.
said. You know why? Because they're taming your rage. They don't want you to be angry, righteous, angry. You're not entitled to that.
Yeah.
See what 7076 says? Yeah, man. Just deflect.
Team taking over the cities.
What about Chicago? That's what they say. What about Chicago?
Chicago, yeah.
That's their Trump card, man. That's like the Dangote card, the Chicago Trump card.
What
And
about
they've been saying that for
Chicago?
10 years.
Everybody lives in Chicago. Have they figured that out yet?
Right. And most black people ain't even proponents of violence, let alone black on black crime.
Yeah.
Like most black people would never shoot anybody.
Right.
Right, because it's over. Yeah, right. You know you getting life when you black. The rap.
When you see
I'm saying, like,
motherfuckers
even
doing
like
that,
the criminals, they are a minority of our whole population when you really think about it. Like most black people.
you see that one that dude was in jail and he was screaming. That's because he had a dream that he was getting out. And he woke up crying.
That's crazy.
Yeah. I like whatever I'm doing in life, man. I don't want to be in that position, you know. He thought he was getting out. He had a dream that he was getting out, but now, you know, he was packing up. Then he woke up and went down and started screaming.
Yeah, because the way you could just get a life sentence as a black man in America is crazy. So you might as well not be involved in any kind of crime.
Yeah,
That's
and
why I feel
no
bad.
kind of crime.
And that's why I feel bad for that kid, Carmelo, man. He
Right.
they give him 35.
Yeah,
Man.
you ain't even give him 25 or 20 like with a chance of parole. It's just 35. Like, damn, bro.
Yeah, woke his ass up.
No, he
It's messed up
deserved them.
too.
He deserved. He better be glad
Yeah,
he
oh
got
my God.
35.
Nah, come on, hustle smart,
He
man.
better
Yo.
be. He better be glad he got 35 because he should have got 50.
Man,
Yo, you
come
see-
on.
No, man, look, I'm like this whole sport. What I disagree is he had every right to defend himself.
Nah, he ain't
Yeah,
get.
man.
You have every right. See that this is where black people say some shit that don't make any sense. It make halfway.
No, I'm
Let me
just
hold
saying.
on. Let me finish calling. Let me finish calling. This is where half of two things can be right at the same time. He got the right to defend himself, but this is where y'all stop at. This is where the part that don't make any sense. Because when y'all say that, y'all don't say he got the right to defend himself and kill somebody. See, that's the part y'all all. What I'm saying is every black person I have heard said that they stop right at that point, Migo. They stop right at that point, Migo. They say he have the right to defend himself. They don't say that just because you got the right to defend yourself, you ain't got the right to kill nobody.
But what if my intentions ain't to
That is
kill
true.
you, though?
It doesn't matter
It
what
don't
your
matter.
intention.
It don't matter. Yeah,
Bro, that ain't how the law. King Justin, you way smarter than that.
Yeah, you
If I
cool,
go in
man.
somebody, hold on, King Justin. If I got them I'm in my backyard, and somebody got them walk around and I confront them and I pull out my gun on them, you get what I'm saying? And that goddamn gun go off. I can't sit up there and talk about I ain't intend to kill him.
Nah, that's a different situation. That's a different situation.
We're talking about it. We're talking about
Let's do it like
intent.
this. Let's do it like this. We still gonna keep it intent. If you walking in the street and somebody walks up to you and they shove you really hard, and then you stab them in turn, is it their fault for you shoving you? Or
No. You cannot stab nobody for pushing you. Listen.
Yeah, it's both y'all fault at that point.
Hold on for a second. Let me explain you, good King Justice. In Florida, right, 300 miles from where I'm at right now, it was a white dude that goddamn came up to a black woman that was sitting in her car playing music live. He asked her, "Hey, ma'am, can you turn down this music? You know, it's kids out here and everything." And of course, the fat hood booger, she turned it up louder. Her boyfriend came out, pushed the guy, just like you said, real hard, pushed him to the ground till he slid. The white dude pulled out his gun and shot the black dude. So was that self-defense, King Justice?
Nah, that's Carmelo when it was inside of a tent in a tussle, bro. Like,
no. See, now you're adding stuff to it. It was not a tussle.
You saying this man went up to the lady car, the boyfriend pushed her, and then he pulled out his gun.
That is exactly what happened. They got it on video. I can get Colin to pull it up. He was that. There was that. Hold on.
He got pushed.
You said what?
He hit the ground after he got pushed.
King, that means you ain't listening, bro. You got. I said that he pushed him.
That's what I'm trying to get.
Let me say it again. Let me say it again.
Get my gun.
Let me say it again so you can hear it better. The black dude pushed the white boy down. The white boy fell to the ground, slid 5 or 6 feet. The white dude, while he's on the ground, when the black dude standing over him, pulled out his gun and shot the black dude, killed him.
Now was a black dude coming back for more, like the ground and
pound? Yeah, he stood over him technically.
Stood over him, Carla.
Yeah, that's self-defense.
If you stood over him about the ground and pound, yeah, you deserve to die.
Yeah.
No, and that white boy got goddamn sent to prison for murder. Carla, it doesn't. What I'm saying that we stay. I understand. If you want to tell me your opinion, I got you on that. But the law is if somebody push you down, you can't goddamn pull out a gun and kill him. It got to be proportionate.
If somebody's coming to stomp you in the head, yeah, you can't.
Yeah, Carla, there's no such thing. You can't. Same way you just said anticipation. You don't know what else somebody gonna do until they do it, Carla.
All right, let me give it to you like this then. In my opinion,
in the heat of the moment, right? In the heat of the moment, and you're blacking out and whatnot, you are not thinking like that. They
Carla, then you still gonna go to you, Carla. All that shit is not a defense. In the court, that's why you can. Hey, Migo, you can always tell the black people they never dealt with the court of justice.
Because I got into something like that when I pushed this Mexican dude. I had to push him. He was like, in my face and stuff. And yeah, they gave me the assault charge. So I was like, I get it. Yeah, yes, I already know.
Yeah, that's the way the law works. See, y'all
that's
talking about
how the law work. Yeah,
y'all talking about y'all. Yeah. See, that's the thing about it. I'm not talking about when y'all explain it. Y'all explaining y'all feelings. When I explain it, I'm explaining at a person that done been locked up 19 times, that done been involved with 5 or 6 jury trials, done been involved with federal crimes. I know this.
Hustle. Let me tell you.
Go ahead.
I understand that. That's the law, right?
Mm-hmm.
But in saying something, when I was doing club security and whatnot, you know what we said? Fuck the law. We're all going home alive tonight.
But that doesn't even logically make sense.
Oh yeah, guess what? I'm
saying because at the end of the day, the law is what it is. If whatever you say, it doesn't matter if the law get involved.
You know what happens when the law comes, right? We had a shootout. I'll tell you about that shootout we had at the club, right? One of my boys got hit. Girl Candace, she find that shit got hit in the leg. She got crippled.
Mm-hmm.
The police comes, whatnot, and next thing you know, somebody tell me what happened. Nobody says a thing, right? So the police got to do their own investigation. Nobody knows nothing, right? So what happened was the next day, right? My owner Rob said, it was a Sunday. He said, go to the club, right? When you get up in the morning, go to the club, go down there and clean up those bullet casings, right? I came down there, right? I shit you not. It was not even 1:00 in the afternoon. All the bullet cases were gone off the parking lot. But they did their own investigation, but they still didn't have no evidence because they had no video camera, and so the case just died. We had a major shootout in the parking lot, and it died, right?
Colin, what year was this, bro?
That was back in 2007.
Colin, I mean, in the day's time, Colin, they got cameras on everywhere. Goddamn, they got cameras on every corner now.
You're right. After that was before the Ring camera situation,
Yeah, they got cameras on Ring cameras.
Like this, bro.
Go ahead.
Let me tell you like this. Based on, I feel what you're saying on the law and everything, but based on my opinion, because you said opinion,
yes, sir.
Our history and inception in this country, and all the Klansmen that got away with killing black men, I don't give a fuck if Carmelo killed that white
okay. Then if you say that, and we talking about how we don't care, we don't give a fuck, I'm with you on that. I don't care nothing about that. I don't care. I'm just trying to tell you how he's not on that appeal. That appeal is not gonna work. You get what I'm saying? And then he's not gonna get a new trial.
Let me say this.
And he ain't got to serve. He got 35 years. He come up for parole in 17, but he ain't gonna make it on the first one. Nobody makes it on the first one on a murder charge. Go ahead, Colin.
Let me say this. The only reason why we have the laws the way they are is to protect the Ku Klux Klan. People don't know that.
Ooh.
None of this shit is skewed in our favor.
I mean, what I'm saying is, Colin, I can agree with everything you saying if you're talking about how we feel. So what I'm saying is that it's two type of hustles.
The law is set up that, used to be these night riders would come and they would just, it was a natural a thing how you control, you shoot black people and shoot their house and whatnot. But the thing is, though, if you somebody's shooting in your house, you know you're not allowed to shoot out.
No, that's not true, caller.
Yeah,
No,
in
yes,
Texas,
it's
you
true.
can do
You are
that.
not allowed to fire outside of a vehicle.
Yes, you can, caller. That's in Georgia. You can't do that. Somebody's
No,
shooting at you.
no, Virginia, right? If
Caller,
you,
Virginia. That's one thing I mean you talk about all the time. You'll label what going in Virginia like that's in all United States. Somebody is shooting at you.
Virginia's
Like we don't call it. They got videos on the internet with people goddamn coming up to people shooting at that, trying to kick in their door, and the people shooting out the inside from their living room.
in your door, right? The cop told me, right, because somebody broke into my house. He says, next time somebody kicks in your door, if you shoot them, what you got to do before we get there, drag the body inside the house.
No, hell no.
Don't do
that. Yeah, that don't even make sense,
They
bro.
gonna give you a throwing with
you
evidence and all kind of shit, bro.
You can't,
it
can't look like you didn't give that person a chance to flee.
No, Colin. That's not that. That's not the same. No, bro, that ain't it, Colin. If somebody is coming to your house in your domain, that's what you call cat burglary. Cat burglary is kill or be killed. Yeah, so that means that if somebody's coming to your house knowing that you there, you don't have to give them the right to leave because they made that decision. You can admit a death at any time. The same way with that lady when she was in her house where the people came in her door and there was 6 of them came in their house and they thought she was gone. They actually said it. We thought you went at home. She shot and killed 3 of them. They was running out the door and she shot them.
Right, but here in Virginia, it's like this. I had a friend of mine, right? He was security, right? Armed security, you know. And the bottom line is this, you know, he was armed security and everything like that. He shot a thug that was pointing a gun at the crowd, whatever like that. The reason why he got was they said you would only stand in front of the place to protect people. What he did was he walked up on the dude, you know, away from he drew the fire. He thought he was doing the right thing, drawing the gun away from the crowd to him, right? And he walked up on him, and the dude basically tried to fire and he shot the guy first, right? Now that should be self-defense. They said only been self-defense if you would have stayed right where you were at. Virginia is like
know the rules. You gotta know the law, Colin. You gotta know the law.
You got to know the law. Ignorance of the law is not a defense, Colin. You get what I'm saying? So that's why you have a lot of people that move. Why you think so many people move away from California and New York? Because people want to carry weapons. It just always shot. You know what, Colin? Let me explain something to you and King Justice. It's amazing how black people like y'all talk about how the laws is for the Ku Klux Klan and the shit was run by, but then black people scared to own handguns. That's the craziest thing in the world. That y'all are legally allowed. Like, look, I ain't legally allowed, and I got a motherfucking yapper. It's shocking that black people that's so pro-black and militant don't own guns.
It's crazy.
That's shocking to me. Because let me tell you something. If I was 100% legit, Colin, I would have 6. I would have a safe in my house. I would have a car gun. I would have a garage gun. I would have a kitchen gun and a bedroom gun. And I have a shotgun just for the deers and the motherfucking wild animals. It is nowhere in the world I would be walking around here and you know what the funny part is? All y'all that don't carry guns, y'all depending on the police to come and protect y'all.
Exactly.
I don't call the police.
Not me. You come in my house, man, you can get lit up, you know.
Yeah.
I'm talking about every day out in the streets when you go to the store or go to Walmart or go anywhere. Who gonna protect you? You hoping somebody pick up the phone and call the police? The same people that y'all say that.
I'm gonna get my concealed for this summer.
I don't know. When you do you have?
You don't need no concealed in Texas. I'm down.
That's my point. It shocks me. It shocks the hell out of me with black people. And let me tell you something. And when we always talking about the white people ain't scared to carry a gun. They teach their kids. They go out there with their kids, goddamn in the woods. They teach them how to shoot deer. You know what they tell their kids? I watched the video, Dark Migo, if you still here. That they said, man, you know what? Shooting the deer is the same way as shooting a human. Just shoot center mass.
Nah,
They
that's true.
train them on animals to get them ready to, if they get in any danger, they teaching them to be like a threat is a threat.
Nah,
Because if you can teach a child to kill an innocent animal, how hard it is to kill somebody that's threatening you.
Easy. But Hustle
you
Smart, I mean, this ain't
threat.
this ain't what I'm about to say ain't an excuse, but you don't see that just as a continuation of just the slavery days when the white man felt he was free to do whatever and they was training for
I
that.
got you. But let me tell you where it's not a continuation of slavery, because now the slaves can go buy guns.
Yeah, exactly.
The slaves can buy this.
We still have the same mentality though. We still
hold on. But this is the thing though. I'm with you, Ken, but I'm adding some nuance to it. The slaves can carry guns now. The slaves can have license to carry guns now. Can get bulletproof vests. The slaves can go out there and practice shooting the same way those racist white people do. We always talk about we can do the same thing that white people do, except when it comes to protecting ourselves. Why is that, people?
I mean, you could go to the store right now and buy an AR-15 and walk out with an AR-15.
You can walk out with that bitch today, in the morning. You got to wait longer to get a handgun than an AR-15.
Yeah, that's how it is in North Carolina.
You go right to Walmart.
You go right to Walmart and get you a 12-gauge Mossberg pistol grip with some slugs in there.
Go right to Academy, get you something nice.
Yeah, go right into Academy or Bass Pro or whatever the fuck that is. They got their board arrows, everything.
Right. Pawn shop, you gonna get knocked over your head, but you
gonna get busted upside the head at the pawn shop. But what I'm saying is that we believe in copying, because I'm telling you, we copy white people. It's just no way around it. We copy what they do. We copy everything they do except for protecting ourselves. When it comes to protecting ourselves, we start talking about Jesus and God. The same way, what happened down there in that church in South Carolina that Colin talks about all the time. The black people came out that church, started talking about God and Jesus, and their family members did the same thing.
We just a peculiar kind of people right now, man.
And that's why I say we're doomed, King Justice. I don't say we're doomed because we're not special people, but goddamn, DK, we so special that we goddamn near retarded when it comes to certain things.
Right.
Yeah. You'll see people buying PS5s but don't have a gun to protect themselves.
How is that even possible? That most black men got PS5 and don't have a handgun. I'm talking about a little cheap 380 DK.
My handgun for like $300, $350.
If that. They'll spend that much on taking a husky hyena out to eat and taking on a trip, on a cruise.
They're gonna spend $1,000 on a section.
Come on. But you ain't even got a handgun, and they did a survey. They did a survey, Collar, that who owned the bullet sales. They said white dudes keeping their stock at least 500 to 1,000 bullets at a time. They say black people have about 10 or 20 bullets.
Right. Because white people prepare for us and they prepare for their own government.
Exactly.
We ain't prepared for nobody.
Dang, we sit up here. Let me tell you something. If the doors of Walmart closed and the power go off at Kroger and whatever grocery store, black people, all that shit black people talking about, they'll be goddamn begging white people to help. Listen. Let me tell you something. You'll be sitting up there begging the federal government to help. You be standing out there in the streets with your mouth open. The white people are prepared. We call that shit that white people do lying, like that doomsday prep. I learned from them. I got 6 year, it lasted for 6 years. I got 6 months of food. Let me tell you something, King Justin, these containers.
Dry food. You bought some of that dry.
I got 6 months of it. Okay. So I got two things of it. One of the containers, one of the totes, DK, it got a gas mask in there. It got a float. It got an inflatable raft. You get what I'm saying? It got bear spray in it. It got Atlas compass. It got stuff for the water.
Fire starter.
It got fire starter. It got the propane burn things. It got the thing for digging. It got shovels in there. It got seeds in there, medicine in there. And it got the other tote got food and it got clothing in there for chemicals. Got gloves in there. It got heated gloves in there that don't burn resistant gloves in there. Got goggles in the gas mask and it got goggles in there. And they got a whole bunch of earplugs for whatever reason. A whole 100-pack of earplugs.
Oh, hold up, how smart. Somebody named Musa, please put your camera on before I let you up.
So you talking about that's multiply? You talking about something that costs $150? $150. And most black people ain't got enough food in their refrigerator. Most black people ain't got enough food in their refrigerator to last them 3 days.
That's crazy, man. That's crazy.
3 days.
A storm hits or a hurricane hits, they can't get no food.
Oh, you saw her? Oh, yeah. Y'all went down here when Texas froze over. Man, that shit was crazy, bro.
I remember when it happened.
Power grid went out, man. It was pandemonium down here. Bro.
King Justin, let's take it a little further. How about all those black people living in New Orleans with the Mississippi River right behind them, that they can hear the water beating against the levees, don't even have a raft of life jackets.
Nah, facts.
And you got the river right in your back. You got the river right. Let me tell you something. I don't know if y'all ever been to New Orleans before. Before Katrina happened.
That long ass bridge.
Okay, you went on. Don't talk about in the neighborhood. You can hear the levees. You can hear that water hitting against it. It's not a loud noise, but at nighttime you can hear it. So you got all that water, all that power, and y'all ain't even got inflatable life jackets.
Knowing y'all under sea level.
You're under sea level. And you ain't even got life jackets.
Black people, hustle smart. Black people don't even know basic how to swim.
Yeah, that was surprising to me because I grew up swimming. I ain't really know that black people as a whole didn't know how to swim.
He right, King Justin.
Hustle smart. Don't go on a boat full of white people and not know how to swim.
It's amazing.
I'm like, what in the world?
It's amazing. Everything we don't grow our own food. We don't got guns.
We don't grow nothing. Like I was just looking at the other day. Like Jamaicans, Haitian, they got their own food service.
Nah, fact.
For their restaurants. Fact. The Asians got their own food store. Hell, Asians got their own grocery stores.
Now, yeah, they all linked up with their home countries when it comes to them imports. If that's one thing they gonna import their food.
And then we sitting up here, we buy most of the black red, they get their food from US Foods or Cisco.
Right. Yeah,
we sitting up here in America with this is one thing I notice about black people. We're real fucking talented to a certain degree, to a plateau, and we stop right there. We don't take it all the way to like if we start up a business, we'll do 80% of what it takes to run a business. We won't do everything. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
We'll do 80%. So that means that we'll be buying. You'll see the black people online. They'll be buying going to Costco buying their stuff. Going to Sam's Club buying the stuff by bulk. So we make, even in our business, we still making other people rich. Every other race of people make each other rich in their business. Right. And I say this one last thing. Now you talk about like all the Mexicans and all these other people, like you don't see them goddamn in our restaurants, but we all up in theirs. Like you don't see nothing but a bunch of black big chicks up in Cinco de Mayo at all the Mexican restaurants.
Nah, facts. And you know us, we always want to try something new. We want to try the Persian food, try to be in the
You
Middle
want to
East food.
experience something.
Yeah.
Let me tell you something. I say this all the time. The reason that the Latinos is going to always shit on us, because Latinos never get tired of eating burritos and goddamn tacos.
They are routine people, bro. They going to wake up 5 in the morning, go to work, come home, get drunk, do the same thing the next day.
Yep. And that money stays with them.
Same with the Chinese. There'll be a Chinese restaurant in the hood. Black people love eating.
That shit is crazy to me, bro. Why are we eating Chinese fried chicken, bro? Like this shit.
Well, hold on, but this is the thing, though, and I'm gonna tell you the truth. The Chinese chicken tastes better than what black people cook.
I ain't going with that, bro.
Man, please. The collard greens is better. It ain't all greasy.
I ain't gonna lie.
They cook that shit. They make it. Let me tell you, bro.
Sour chicken hits the spot, man. I ain't gonna
lie. It is. Let me, bro. Now I get the Singapore noodles because I like the thin ones. Now what I'm saying is that I went to a soul food restaurant today. I got 2 turkey wings and some dressing, some potato salad, and some rice. It was $24.
That shit is insane, bro. We be pricing the hell out of our people, bro. Like
I could have went to the Chinese restaurant and fed my whole lineage.
Right. For the same 24.
For the same price. And not even asked for it. Even after they got them $24, it's still like hit this if you want to put a tip. Why the hell I gotta pay you a tip and I'm getting the food to go? The hell did you do? Because that's how we
customer service and price.
Bro, come on, we ain't gonna even get to the customer service part. We just gonna get to we're gonna stay right there how we charge each other. And the food that we eat, we can't eat it every day.
Right.
Because your anchor's gonna be the size of your ass.
Right. Yeah, you would die eating fried chicken.
You would die eating soul food. You would not die eat some chow mein or some stir-fried broccoli.
Right. Yeah, you can eat the halal chicken over rice every damn day and still be all right.
It would still be all right. And that's what I'm saying. Our food that we claim is ours has not evolved to the point that it's healthy.
Right. Yes. Right.
The bread got to be extra sweet and extra sugary. Shit, you got black people even putting goddamn sugar in the collard green.
Yeah, this shit. And just the amount of stupid shit we do. Like, why are we eating Kool-Aid pickles and Kool-Aid pineapples and shit? Like,
because we trendy. We're trendy. We find a way. We'll be sitting up in the house on a goddamn air mattress and going out there buying some got some Skittle colored grape. My daughter did that. She bought some cotton. This girl was selling some cotton candy grapes.
Crazy.
For $20.
Just to do a video for TikTok.
Yeah, man, listen, man. When she told me about it, she said, I already know what you're gonna say. She said, I don't know what made me want to go buy. I said, because it was trending. Yeah. And I said, black people have become the new groupies. When we was growing up, King Justin, all that white people business where entertainers was dating, that was white people.
Right.
White people was the paparazzi. Now black people have took that over. Black people involved. How you think Shade Room is? I mean, and this 90%, it's 90% women, 10%, it's 80% women, 15% gay dudes, and about,
I'm about to say, got to be, for sure.
And that's what's over there, but it's black people now. They want to know what everybody business, what everybody who in a relationship, and what they even got teams. Oh, I'm team.
Yeah, we professional gossipers now.
Professional. That's what I'm saying now. Yeah. When I was growing up, that was all white people. Entertainment tonight was all white.
Right. They had like all the tabloid magazines, and you wouldn't.
All the tabloids was all white.
Right. Yeah.
Now it's all black.
Right.
Black people have turned into the new groupies. We're living vicarious through other people entertainers' lives now. That we doing our own right now. You got these people that's in relationship telling people that ain't in relationship how not to, like I talk to my daughter all the time. It's because when the City Girls was popular, and she's like, "Yeah, I'm like the City Girl." Like, no, you ain't. Because one of the City Girls is in a full relationship with a gay dude, even though, even Lil Uzi weird, she's still in a committed relationship. Young Miami got 4-5 kids, and she definitely with Puff Daddy or with her baby daddy. They ain't out there. They telling y'all to get out there in the streets.
Nah, for sure.
Sexy Red talk all that shit about her booty hole brown and all that shit and gonorrhea lip. She's selling gonorrhea lipstick too, King Justice.
That shit is crazy. Now I'm saying
that's the name of it.
Degeneracy is normalized now. That's the crazy.
But what I'm saying is, King Justice, she's at home with her kids and her man. Yeah. She just go on stage and tell ratchet chicks to be single and be whatever because that's what it is. But when they leave the stage, they go home with their men.
Right. Now, it kind of been like that because I remember 50 saying he don't even smoke. And he got a song, I Get High All the Time, on his album. He just said, I just wrote it because I know niggas gonna smoke weed.
Hold on, let me give you another one too. Future.
Yeah. Future. He don't even do the drugs.
He don't do no drugs.
Yeah, shit.
None. And all he talk about is Molly and Percocet. But what I'm saying is that they just feeding the beast. It's people that want to that need that because they already want to do it. So it's just like most serial killers. Most serial killers say, what I'm saying? It was a book that I wrote or something they read or something happened to tick them off. It's just whatever. It's whatever the water that tilted out the pot. It was already there.
Right.
So the chicks that's out there want to be ratchet hood boogers and they want to be out here and be 304s and sell that box and sell that butt. And the dudes that want to drill and want to kill, they already want to do it. They just want to do it with some black people need motivation to be ignorant for whatever reason.
Right. The question is, do you think it can change? Like, can positivity and productivity be trending?
Bruh, I'm Mr. Doom. It's done. It's done for black people. The black experiment is over with. We are the red beans in the back of the goddamn cupboard in your goddamn in your kitchen.
Yeah, you don't fuck with them unless it ain't nothing else in the
unless it's nothing. You look at the bottom of it, the expiration date might say 2018 on it. If you've been in your house that long, you don't rotate those canned goods.
Nah.
That's how black people are. That's why the Democrat, and you know what's shocking? I've been listening to all of them. You can tell they all don't got on the same page. All the Roland Martins and all the Karen Hunter and the little gay light-skinned faggot dude. I forget, in the Clay Aikens, Clay something. Whatever, all of them,
people, bro.
all the Native Land Park at night. Then you saw the goddamn the faggot that's on the show. He just got caught again with some meth, smoking meth out the pipe. The one gonna be the governor of Florida. The one that got caught in the hotel with
Andrew.
Yeah, the one that got caught in the hotel with two gay Latino dudes. They sledding them out up there. And he just got caught coming through Daphne, Alabama. That is like down. That's down there by Dothan, Alabama. That is deep red South Alabama with a pipe, with meth in the pipe.
He's smoking ice. That's crazy, bro.
Smoking ice and sit up there talking about the black people.
I'm like, bro, when did we start smoking meth, bro?
Boy, I don't have this conversation before. You know what I'm saying? I don't have this conversation before that black people want to be the new white. Soon as they start talking about white boy wasted.
Right.
Want to get high, want to be white boy wasted. That's when it starts. When black people, when that music with Plies and all of them, they start want to party like a rock star. When that party like a rock star thing came about, where black people want to dress like, you remember
all that shit came out.
Black people start wearing mohawks and everything.
Yeah.
Trying to be like what? Trying to kick it with white people. You know what I'm saying? But the thing about it is that black people do everything in extreme level. We take everything to the extreme level. Same way with sports. Same thing with any type of dressing. We're extreme. Yeah. Like you're still a white person with Gucci. You won't even know it's Gucci, but you're gonna know if a black person got on Gucci because they got the word Gucci all over their body.
Yeah.
Cause so that's what I'm saying. We do everything in excess. So once the pill thing came and the meth game came, you ain't even got to worry about that shit coming. They producing that right in their garages.
Nah, for sure.
So what I'm saying is we're doomed. So now you got all these black people, they sit up there saying now, well, you know what? The Democrat Party, you know what I'm saying? They ain't looking out for us, and they, you know what I'm saying? They saying that they giving all these other people $10 billion for advertising and trying to curb vote, but they ain't giving no money to black people. Why would they give money to y'all when y'all been sitting up there talking about vote blue for no matter who? And who else? We ain't going nowhere else. But you telling, listen, King Justice, let me explain something to you, bro. I'm from the gutter. So I was out there with pimps and hoes and everything. If a bottom bitch is telling that pimp, no matter what he do to her, no matter where he goes or don't go, she's gonna be there. Why would he have to do anything to keep her? When she have already
that's in relation to America for sure.
That's my whole point. Yeah. If you say that the Democrat Party ain't doing that for you, but then you still saying black people we obligated and we ain't gonna vote, we ain't gonna never put our vote up for somebody to court us. Why would they court you and you telling them, well, even though y'all don't give us nothing, we still gonna vote for y'all regardless? Right. Why would they do anything else? So what they saying that we gonna spend the money on the people that make us chase them.
Yeah, make them give you something. Yeah, and then when they just look at us and they see how wildly disorganized we are, we like, man, I ain't paying them people no mind, bro.
Yeah, we disorganized on everything but voting Democrat.
Nah, facts. That's a fact. We will not let go of the Democrats. 87% is crazy, bro.
87% is crazy, and nothing ain't changed for us. So when you tell them that, hey, you know what? Well, let's just not vote and just make them want us. Like, oh, we're not saying we're gonna choose the couch. Oh, yeah, that means that y'all just vote for Republican. Then fuck it. Then let the Republicans win. Then maybe if the Republicans win. And y'all ain't got no power.
They'll need us. Yeah.
Exactly.
Nah, fact.
But see, that's the same bullshit that happened when Obama got there. Because I didn't get tricked, bro. You get what I'm saying? I didn't get tricked on that hope and change. I knew Obama because he was Kenyan. He had Kenyan ancestry, lineage, and his mama was white in Hawaii, and that's what he was raised up with. Nope. So I'm just trying to. When everybody was saying he was black, I was like, how? How can he be a black man raised up by his white mama? Let me tell you something, King Justice. You are who you raised by, bro.
In Hawaii too. It ain't even like he was born on the south side of Chicago.
For me, the red flag was he wrote. The red flag was he wrote that book. He wrote that book, Dreams of My Father. Like, you didn't know your pop, so who the fuck are you?
Bro. Like, what are you talking about, bro?
His white Wonder Bread mama in Hawaii. He up there eating goddamn Spam sandwiches and shit.
Yeah.
Spam and noodles. Yeah. Spam and pineapples. I guarantee you he like his pizza with pineapples.
Hey, I like my pizza with pineapple too, bro. That shit good, dog.
I don't like that shit at all.
I don't like that sweet. I don't like those sweet on like I don't even like yams, bro. I don't even like candy yams, bro.
Oh, you one of them cats that you don't like barbecue sauce with your barbecue?
Nah, bro. I like no sauce, bro. No sauce.
I know what kind of.
No, ain't. You know what I'm saying? But what I'm saying is that
be good enough by itself. Yeah, I know.
Yeah. You gotta taste the meat. You gotta know how to season that thing, man. Yeah. But the thing about it is, what I'm saying is though, after his first win, his first for years, black people was like, yeah, man, just wait for him to get in there. Let this like push the boat. Let him get it. He's gonna do something on his second year, his second term. And I'm like, no, he's not. No, he ain't gonna do. I was telling black people, I'm like, he's not gonna do anything. I said he is a machine. He's part of the machine.
Nah, fact.
I said they're gonna bring him out there.
Recent interview where he kind of let the slave masters off with George Washington. He was talking about I can still recognize him being a great man even though he owned slaves.
Man, please, man, if I saw Obama, I'll punch him right in his right kidney. Right kidney, man. He's a straight up shitty. Him, he go my shit eater class. Obama, Al Sharpton, Martin Luther King, and
Jesse Jackson.
That's it. Jesse Jackson tried. I give him a pass at trying, but I still think he's a shit eater too. But Jesse Jackson would be my number 4.
Yeah, I can't fuck with none of them.
Just cause I know how he did with that shirt. And a lot of people that always take that for granted about that shirt. And I'm like, listen, he got that. It's no way he could have got from Memphis to Chicago back in those days that he had to put that shirt in a suit. He couldn't travel like that. The next day he was in Chicago with that same bloody shirt on.
Yeah.
How the hell that happened?
Weird, bro. I ain't gonna lie.
But people don't even think about that. MLK was shot around, I think it was like 5 or 6, like 8. It was like 10, 11, 12. It was like about 11 or 12 o'clock in the afternoon. He was in Chicago the next day at around 1 or 2 doing the interview. He had on the bloody shirt. Like he just came for like this shit happened the same day. It was the next day. Yeah. So that means he took that shirt off. He must have dipped it in the blood, put it in a plastic bag, traveled to there, got there. Then when the interview came, took off whatever clothes he had on, put on that bloody shirt and did the interview.
Nah, for sure. Because who in that right mind just keep on a bloody shirt? Like,
yeah, he ain't sleeping that. He come straight from there.
Nah, facts. And then why you ain't stay where your man's got hit at?
Let me tell you something. Me and Colin had this conversation, King Justin, and I said the reason why I don't give him a pass not because he ran for president, he could have ran for governor. Governor runs the state. If he had that much, he could have won a governor somewhere. And a governor, and I said, don't you think if he would have ran governor, that would have made a lot of black people come to that state? And he could have did something for black people. So what I'm saying is governor, because I'm telling you, I stay in Georgia, and Kemp runs this motherfucker.
Even people mayor, he could have ran for the mayor of Memphis or Detroit or something.
He could have ran for, what I'm saying is that I'm saying from president, if he didn't want to go to mayor, he could have did governor. The governor runs the state.
Nah, that's a fact.
All policies that go for state schools, everything. The governor runs that. The only thing the mayor's do, the mayor's like a manager. If any, like we got a black mayor, Andre Dickens. If Kemp wanted to remove him, he can remove him.
Yeah. Well, all he's good for is just going to banquets, man.
Yeah, that's all he could have been senator. And the reason why I say governor, because senators don't do shit. Warnock ain't did shit for Georgia. That's why they finna get rid of also might lose. Because black people kept Warnock in, you know what I'm saying? But also might lose.
How did they get that white guy in? Did black people vote for him?
Black people? Senator. Yeah. Because he had Jamal Bryant, and that's when the new birth was all popular and everything. When that hype was up, they got him in there.
Man, them niggas get on.
Matter of fact,
isn't Keisha Bottoms running for governor?
She running for governor.
Oh man,
She ain't gonna get it.
She didn't get no
I
flack for all that all the criminal shit she been involved with from dating all them people she was trying.
She ain't gonna get it.
You know, I'll say it's an upgrade. At least the Democrats know, man. Get that big old mammy out of here, man. We don't want Stacey Abrams.
Stacey Abrams was the worst, bro.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is,
politicians that ain't doing shit for black
but let me
people,
tell you something. One thing, Stacey Abrams, she's smart. Don't get it fucked up. Stacey Abrams is smart. But what it is that she's so smart that she's a mammy with it. And she's controlled by special interests. So when she talks good, so when she talks smart, she talk extra smart for them. Like her and Jasmine Crockett, an illegal immigrant, the LGBT, and she gay as fuck too. She got a whole chick.
You know what? I think any Democrat, and they suspect. What's that dude in Florida? What's his name that got arrested recently?
Andrew Gillum,
man. He fooled me. I was like, fool me once, shame on you. You ain't fooled me a second time.
Think about it. He was sitting up there talking about, excuse me, with his wife sitting beside her talking about, yeah, you know, I have alternative lifestyle, you know what I'm saying, but I shouldn't be judged. How you can't be judged and you got man semen coming out your butt and they taking pictures of you?
Even you passed out by a lot of them old ass white men up there in Florida. Then they gotta be.
Even that guy in Maryland, I'm not too sure about him. Wes Moore.
Yeah, I ain't too. I ain't on him either that much. But you know, but what I'm saying is that since a lot of these newscasters don't got kicked off from their high profile jobs, and a lot of these black politicians losing their job, they trying to get some money for the Democrat. They like, and the Democrats like, look, you already don't sow the seed in black people. You already don't told them that the Republicans are racist. So why would they ever vote for? Why we have to pay you for a message that you already been telling them? What, you gonna turn around and say that white people ain't racist no more? Republicans ain't racist?
Nah, hell.
You gonna tell them to vote for Republicans? So if they gonna vote for us at 87%, why would we have to pay y'all? Why we have to pay y'all to get 87% of the vote, and we already getting 87%? Why we have to pay y'all?
Nah, yeah, we just massively disorganized, and even the people that are organized that are black, they don't serve our best interest. So it don't make no difference.
I respect Tariq. I know he's a hustler, but if he started his own political party, he won't do that because he ain't trying to put his neck out there. But
that's what I'm saying. It's just a grift, and you know what it is. He don't want to be responsible. Let's say
he don't want to be responsible. Hold on, King Justice. That's what I was saying about that's what I was saying about the black business. They don't want to be responsible for every aspect of the business.
Right. Because he can't control the people that's coming under him. If FBA really go out and slap a Nigerian and say you tether, and they get charged with a hate crime, and they say, man, I was FBA, and Tariq is the leader of the FBA Nationalist Party. Now that whole shit gets charged as a hate crime. You know what I'm saying? He ain't trying to take that flag, bro. And that shit would definitely happen.
It's the same thing that happened with the Proud Boys, the dude Enrique. He wasn't at the January the 6th. He wasn't even there.
Right.
But when they went there, so a lot of people don't know that. They try to make out. Believe I'm not on his side. I'm just talking about the facts, DK. He was not there. He wasn't in Washington, D.C. at all. But the way that the media talks about it, like he was there. And the people that went in there, they blamed him. And he got charged.
Nah, yeah, that's how they go.
As being the leader. That's why Tariq is playing the game. Cause let me tell y'all something, bro. I am a hustler from the ghetto bankhead streets of Atlanta. Tariq is a guerrilla hustler, bro.
Nah, that's for sure. FBA just his hoes, bro. He just
not only does he have the looks, pause, that the females like, he has the charisma. And he has that, and he's from Alabama, so he has that country boy stand-upness, which is not a word. He has that going for him. So he always talks, even though he talks that Southern, he keeps his conversation like 2010, 2015 with his vernacular.
Yeah.
How he
What's up,
talks.
Playboy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he talks.
What's up with the player?
I respect the hustle, man. He a hustler, man. So
No, bro. He's a gorilla hustler. That means he's a predator. He's a predator when it comes. I'm the same. I'm the same way. And my big talk like people like I'm telling you when I go around my family be sitting there talking. They like, are you trying to sell us some drugs or something? Like the way you talk, I'm like, no, I'm just trying to. It's always an angle to everything. That's just how I think. I'm like, it's always an angle. Like if my family telling me a story, I start telling them the angles of it. You know what I'm saying? They're like, you trying to sell us something? And like, you can't have a regular conversation. I'm like, no, because I see the hustle with everything. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, for sure.
And if we don't see, because that's the way the white people do. They see a way to spend everything, King Justice. They see a way to make $1 out of anything.
That's Tariq all the way right there.
Exactly. They'll even take white people and Tariq, they'll take something bad and make some good out of it.
Yeah. For sure.
I'll take
I give him credit. I give him a lot of credit for opening that museum or comedy club, wherever he calls it, man.
That was a straight fucking. Yeah. Let me tell you why that should show you he a gorilla hustler, because he put out a picture or a theme of something that was 2 stories and it was white, and what he gave them was something that's smaller than a goddamn Dollar General.
It looked like a convenience store. Like
it looks like a small Dollar General. And you know what? With his charisma, black people still just like, man, just keep making us laugh. As long as you making us laugh, we ain't got no problem. Now, if people say, well, what's the difference between him and Umar? Because Umar is a hypocrite. Tariq is married with kids.
Right.
Dr. Umar would fuck a baby seal if it came up to him.
Right. You know what I'm saying? You playing African Baba, but you a sexual deviant, like nigga.
Yeah, he's a sexual deviant because that's all he talks about.
Yeah.
Cookies and smashing the goodies and all that shit. You know what I'm saying?
Shit weird, bro.
And always talking about and even
strippers.
Conscious, yeah, he was with the conscious strip and everything. And women see that, he pandered to women. Because even his most catchphrase is about women.
Nah, facts. I ain't gonna lie, both of them show me that a large portion of our people are just stupid. Like if you can follow either one of them motherfuckers, bro, like you just dumb.
And King Justice. And if a majority of our people are stupid, that means that we're doomed because we don't have the numbers. So that's why I say that 85% of black people are useless. It's only about 15% of us that bought something. And then those 15%.
Let me ask you this then. Do you think all this left is just individual success for black people?
No. Hold on. You missing a word. Rugged individualists. That's the only thing left for the 15%. Rugged individualists and like-minded thinkers.
Yeah.
That's why we can get on this platform and have this conversation that even though we might don't agree with each other, you can see how it connects. You can see how the nerves could. But you go on one of those.
Got common sense, and you can see the facts no matter what your opinion of us is.
Yeah, exactly. You can see the facts.
Right.
That's why I tell anybody. I always say this thing to when I go on the bigger channels. I tell them, I say, put the black race down on paper. Put the Latino race down on paper. Put every other race of people and take away the names. And then you tell me which one of these out of these names you put their bio. And which one of these you wouldn't invest money in. And it would be the black race.
Every time. Yeah.
If you put us down on paper, our pros and our cons,